built in the R environment. For them, you do not need, for using them, you do not need to write any kind of program, right? It is already available. So in their programming is already available in the R environment, and according to their planning, their programming, they are working. So from name, we can take the help. So print is used to print something which we are passing inside. That C function is concat function. It is using to create the vectors usually, right? Apart from that, if I talk about SEQ, it will generate the series of the data. Repeat function will help you out to repeat certain elements. R-bind will help you out to bind two data frames. C-bind will help you out to bind the any particular column in the data frame. Head function will help you out to see few of the first rows of any data frame. Tail function will help you out to see some of the last few rows of the data frame. List function will help you to create list, array, matrix, vector, data frame. These all will help you to create respective data structures. So I think till date we have seen the working of these functions already in R. Yes, friends, I think you all will agree with this, right? And I think you also know the syntaxes, right? Any confirmations? I hope.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So now, apart from that, there are few more things that you know. Here I'm talking about the analytics or data analysis using R, right? So in that case, we need to know some more statistical functions which will help, or which help us to perform statistical, what I can say, operations on the data, right? So for example, suppose if I talk about, I will just briefly discuss few of the terms in statistics. So the first term says descriptive statistics, right? Can anyone tell me what do you mean by descriptive statistics? Yes? Anyone? What do you mean by descriptive statistics, friends? Any answers? Okay. Generally, we are using descriptive statistics to summarize the data, right? So to summarize the data or to know the nature of the data, we are using descriptive statistics. So these are the few of the purposes of using descriptive statistics. The person, I think almost all of you are belonging to the academics fields and you people are doing research, right? So for research purpose, we know generally for quantitative research, we need to do the analysis of the data. So for the purpose, generally we are applying the statistical tools. So if before understanding the statistical tools, we need to know the types of statistics. So I explained that there are two types of statistics. First one is the descriptive. Later on in the upcoming days, we will see the inferential statistics also, right? So descriptive statistics is the very first thing after cleaning of your data, which you are performing on the data, that we are using for purpose of the summarization of the data. Because if you will be, because data will be, many a time it happens, data will be large in size, right? So that way, looking at the data, we cannot get any insight or we cannot interpret anything. So when we are applying the descriptive statistics on the data, we will able to understand that what type of the data it is, what is the nature shown by the data to us. So that way we are performing descriptive statistics. Can anyone tell me what methods we are using under the descriptive statistics? Anyone? Am I audible, friends? I don't know why people are not interacting. Will you please tell me any of you are knowing or not so that I can start explaining if not? Are you people listening to me? Any confirmations?
Yes, ma'am. It is mean, median, standard deviation.
Thank you, ma'am. May I know the name?
Kiran.
Kiran, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. So, as ma'am said, firstly, we can say the first method is under the descriptive statistics is measures of central tendency. This will help you to get the center point of the data, right? So to get that, as ma'am said, we are using the method called mean, median, and mode, right? Further, next method is measures of dispersion. So measures of dispersion means it is showing you the scatteredness in the data from mean. Means from your mean value, what is the deviation is there in the data that you are measuring using the dispersion. So in the dispersion, the methods are generally standard deviation and variance. These are the two mostly or widely used methods. Apart from that, range, interquartile range, these all you can calculate, right? Further, next is the measures of distribution. Measures of distribution is very important to understand when you want to perform the parametric test. So here we need to see the skewness figure, skewness value, and the kurtosis value, right? So this way, using that, you can see whether your data is normally distributed or not, and accordingly you will decide upon which test you need to perform on your data, right? So this is about the descriptive statistics. Now, if these all are the measures we are using under the descriptive statistics, how we can calculate them using the Excel, using the R that we will see, right? So here, firstly, I am creating a vector, suppose C, right? Now, I need to put certain values here, so I am keeping them. I created a vector with the 6 values, right? Now I want to find the descriptive statistics for this particular variable. So I can use the mean. That is, function is mean. Using that, you can get the mean value. You can see it is giving me the mean is 28.133. Then there is a function called median. Median will give you the median value. Then SD function is available to give you the standard deviation. VAR function is we are using for getting the variance. So this way, these are the things you can perform. I think skewness will not be directly available. For that, you need to download a package so that we will see afterwards, right? Once we are starting the parametric test. So here you can see mean, median, standard deviation, and variance. These are generally you can calculate using these different inbuilt functions. These all are the inbuilt function in R. Using that, you can calculate the descriptive stats. But friends, usually it happens whenever we are having a data, in that data, it is quite possible that the data is having certain missing values, right? So in that case, firstly you need to see that how to create a vector in which there are certain missing values available. So firstly, we will see that, right? Suppose I'm creating a vector y with certain missing values. I think in one of the session I told we are using NA. I think I can recall that. I don't know actually. So NA, capital N, capital A, generally we are using to define the missing values, right? I think one more NA I can take, right? Yeah. Fine. I hope the speed is okay. You are able to perform, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So I created vector y. I hope those who are performing, they have created along with me, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now, if we are having missing values, now I need to find the mean. So I am writing mean of y, pressing enter. It is giving me NA. I hope you are looking here at the screen and you can see that the main function of y is returning me NA. That means when missing values are available, this way this function will not work. So we need to put a comma and we need to introduce a parameter NA.rm equals true. Meaning is NA means missing values, RM means remove. So we are saying true, means we are saying that remove all the missing values if available in the y and then calculate the mean, right? So now press Control Enter and then you can see we are getting the mean figure, right? It is clear. I hope it is clear, friends.
Yes.
Yes. So may I proceed? Now can anyone tell me median, standard deviation, and variance? How we can calculate it for the y? Anyone? Yes.
Ma'am, yesterday you were saying that it is a case sensitive, but here you mentioned NA with capital, but here we are using NA.rm. NA is in
That is
small.
the parameter. As I said, mean is the function which is inbuilt in R, right? So whatever way this function was written, that way you need to follow the same thing. So this is the parameter, right? You can see this is a parameter.
Okay.
Right? So parameter, because we are writing it true. So it is already a parameter which is defined in the R. As you have seen yesterday, if I talk about, we have created data frame, we have created the factors, we have created the list. So you can see that when we are writing the list, L is small. We are writing the data frame, so it is data.frame function. Inside that, if you are passing the dims, in matrix, you have seen dim was in a small case. So it is depending in what manner this these particular parameters were designed by the previous developers. The way they have developed it, the way it is, right?
Yes.
So now can anyone tell me how we can get median, standard deviation, and variance for y? Anyone?
By
Any
applying
answer?
by applying the same.
Yes, very correct. So you can copy, I think copy will save your time. And that way you can write median. Similarly, you can use SD. Similarly, you can use variance. Fine.
Yes.
So this way, this is what we have performed. These things what we have performed for the vector. Now, if suppose, because we know this thing, we are not having a single column available in our data set. We will be having multiple columns, right? So that means we need to talk about now data frame, right? So suppose I am creating a data frame TF using data.frame function, and then I'm directly passing the name here only. So suppose firstly I'm giving the suppose age, right? So age of employees. Suppose I'm making a database for the employees, right? So I'm writing here some of the ages. Two, 4, 6, 8. I think 8 observations I have written, putting a comma, pressing enter. So age I have defined. Now suppose I'm taking gender using the C function. I'm writing F M F comma, and then suppose I'm copying this. Seven. And done. Putting a comma, pressing enter. Now writing their salary suppose. I hope you are performing along with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Only Kiran ma'am is performing. What about others?
Listening, ma'am.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. 4, 5, 4, 6, 8. 8 figures I have taken, pressing, putting a comma, entering it. Now suppose I am writing designation. I think yesterday this task I have given, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I don't know how many of you have performed. Okay. I'm not good in writing the designations. Suppose it is assistant, right? Whatever, I don't know what are assistant. I'm writing just assistant. Then suppose it is also assistant. Then suppose it is a clerk. Then suppose it is the senior assistant. 2, 4. 4 we have written. I think I'm copying them, right? So it will save our time. That way it is. Now one more I need to enter. I'm entering suppose not clerk, it should be senior assistant. Okay. Although we need to check according to salary, we can give the these designations, but I think it is okay. I'm going with this. Fine. Do I need to wait? It is fine, friends. Do I need to wait? Any confirmations?
Yes, ma'am.
Confirmation for performing or waiting? Yes.
It's performed.
Performed. May I proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Executed. Are you getting any error or something or not? It is executed successfully. Have you
It
seen?
is executed. Executed.
Very good. Very good. So this way you can see we are having the data frame available for the employees, right? So that way you can see these are the age is the numeric data, salary is the numeric data, and the remaining two are the what I can see these are the character data, right? Now we will go and see. Can anyone tell me now how I can get the mean of age here? If I want to see the mean of age of the employees from the data frame, can any one tell that what thing we are using here? How we will get that?
Mean in bracket DF in square brackets age. No.
Not working. Age not found. Then anything else, ma'am?
DF dot age. No.
You have dot it. Okay, let me do one thing. I'm copying this, and every time I think we'll go. So this is I need to remove this like this.
Yes.
Okay.
Main DF
No.
CH, ma'am.
No, it's not working.
Vector.
Sorry.
Not working. Error.
Anyone else?
Can we use vector, ma'am?
Vector.
Mean.
Okay. You please.
Yeah.
Mean yes. After that.
DF.
Yeah. Okay.
Bracket. Open bracket. C.
Yes. C. Okay.
And brackets age. in brackets age.
Like this.
Yes, ma'am. Close the square bracket should not be there. Only open normal brackets.
Okay. This bracket I need to remove.
Yeah.
And this I need to put, right?
Ah.
Okay.
Yes, okay, ma'am. This is also error.
Ma'am,
Yes.
maybe we can try mean DF dollar age.
Very good. I think I don't know who was speaking.
Ashita, ma'am.
Yes, it is correct. And I think here also it will work once you are taking it in this.
Dollar
I think. Yeah, I need to see this. I think I haven't performed like this, but I think this will work. No, yeah, it is. It is giving you any. It is not giving you the age. Right. So this is. These are the errors which you have seen here. Fine.
Ma'am, in our programming also dollar acts as absolute function.
Dollar is just when we are taking itself, it is we are extracting it. It is we are only using a dollar for extracting something. So after df, generally we are putting it after the data frame. So once you are using, say for example, I have written here df, I'm using dollar. You can see R is understanding that we want to select any of the columns of the data frame. So that is why whatever the columns available in my data frame, it will show you all like this. You can see,
Okay, okay.
right?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So it is clear, I hope, to everyone, right? Fine. May I proceed?
मैम अब तक आप जो भी सिंटैक्स है जस्ट कॉपी कर दीजिए ना एक बार चैट बॉक्स में. मैं अभी ज्वाइन हुई हूँ.
Okay, fine.
आज का
I hope few things you have received, ma'am, right? Remaining I'm sharing now in the next slot. Yes, I shared. I hope you got it. I hope you got it, ma'am, right?
yes ma'am.
Fine. So I'm proceeding, right? So I was here. Yes. So now you can see we have understood this thing, data frame. Then we have seen this thing, that what are the how we can calculate these things, right? Now further we will talk about, there is a function called summary. You can use the function called summary on the data frame like this and press Control Enter, and you can see what it is giving to you. You can find it is giving you the it will give you for the numeric data. So for age and salary, you can find it is giving you the minimum value, first quartile value, median value, mean value, third quartile, maximum value, right? I hope it is clear. I hope it is clear, friends.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So till this point, everything is clear to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
So now I will stop share my screen. I'll give you the exercise firstly, and then we will proceed for the next thing. So I think I have written the problem there in a chat box. I hope you can find them. It is create, not creates. See, I think I deleted. It should be create a data frame with the 3 numeric fields and having some missing values. Find the median for the first field, find the standard deviation for the second field, and the variance for the third field, and get the summary of the second field. So, is it possible for any one of you to share our screen and perform here? It will be good for us if I can see how you people are performing. Anyone who can do that? Anyone? Yes. Is it possible it is possible for anyone that he or she can share their screen so that everyone can see easily what you people are performing? I hope you people got the problems.
I've shared, ma'am. Is it visible?
Yes, visible, ma'am.
Okay. We have to create.
You increase the font size. I think yesterday I explained how to increase the font size.
um,
You need to go to the tools option.
tools.
Yeah. Global options will be there, and then from there you need to select the appearance.
Tools, global options. Okay. And here.
And then increase the size.
Here we have to go to appearance. Okay.
Appearance.
Okay. Here we can increase the size.
Font size. So that it is visible to all of us.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Is it visible now, ma'am? I think it is too large now.
But I think it is visible to us now.
Okay. So we need to create a frame, right? We need to create data set or frame.
Data frame, ma'am. Data
Data
frame is,
frame.
yeah, data.frame. And you need to take 3 fields. So according to your understanding, take any of the 3 vectors.
Okay, any 3 fields.
Yeah. Nangmani ma'am has pasted, ma'am has taken age, basic, and HRA. Okay, great. Ma'am, you take whatever you want.
Name. To see.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Better if you are taking all the 3 vectors numeric, because you need to further you need to get mean, median, and standard deviation.
Okay, okay,
So
okay.
it would be better if you will take all the 3 vectors as a numeric vector.
So we can take roll number.
I think roll number average, there is no meaning of roll number.
Okay,
Marks
then
you can take, weight and height you can take.
okay. Marks. See.
And keep few figures only, and there should be missing values also. Yes, and one more 4. I think it is okay. That's all.
4 is okay.
4 is okay. Okay, fine. After this, put no. Before, between both the brackets, put a comma. Enter. Yes. Now write the next vector, age, height, whatever you want, right? Yes. Nagmani ma'am, correct.
7, 5, 6.
Any. Take at least one any.
Any.
After the bracket, put a comma. After the bracket.
Yes, I'm doing.
Not 6, ma'am. Not 6 figures. Mismatching is not possible in data frame. Number length.
Ma'am,
Okay.
it is same. Above also 6 we have. Marks are also for 6, na?
Okay, it is 5.7. Okay, I am reading it as 5.7. Fine.
Okay. See.
Fine, ma'am.
8, 45.
Any, please not yes. Fine. Executed. No, 5 figures only.
No, ma'am, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4. ऊपर भी एक ज्यादा आएगी मैम. 6 है ना?
That is what I am telling you. Somewhere there is a one missing figure. I
2,
think
4, 5. Okay.
it is not same.
Now it is same.
Yeah. Now execute this.
Okay.
Run this. Yes. Now, yeah. Now you need to find. I need to check what I have given to you, people. You need to get the median for the first field.
Median.
Yes.
Median of DF.
No, you are making mistake.
No. DF1.
You are making mistake, Kiran ma'am.
DF dollar.
Yes.
Remove
Okay.
the open bracket, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Execute this.
That's okay.
No, it is again error.
So that
Median spelling is not correct.
one
Okay.
median, median. I think
It is NA.
not
Okay,
a-
fine.
Mean will come.
No, it is wrong because problem is there are missing values available.
variables.
You need to pass
Okay. We have to use NA dot
RM
RM
equals to true.
So the missing variables are there, no, ma'am. How can it calculate? Won't give you answer, right?
Yes, you got it. Correct. Similarly, for height, you need to find the standard deviation.
SD.
Dollar height, yes, comma, NA dot RM equals to true. Execute this. Good. Similarly, for weight, you need to find variance. So, ma'am, copy this. Whatever you have written on a line number 121, copy that. It will save your time.
Ma'am,
It
could
is
you please
variance.
explain this syntax,
Yeah.
ma'am?
And then
Sensible.
remove SD. You can remove from VR. Sorry, ma'am.
Could you please explain this syntax? RA, NA dot RM. What is that, ma'am?
I think I already explained. It is NA means missing value, RM that remove missing values true.
Oh, after removing it has to calculate variance as well as SD.
Yes, obviously.
Okay.
And for the third variable, you need to find the variance. VAR is the function. You are using only VR.
Okay.
And replace height by weight.
Okay.
Yes.
It is coming.
Yes. Now you need to get the summary for the second field. Second
Summary.
field means height. For height, you need to get the summary.
Summary of
Function name is wrong.
Oh, summary, yes. Y. TF1. It is for
Height.
marks.
Second field. Second is height, I think.
Height.
In your case. Good. I hope you got the confidence now, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes. So I hope everyone has seen, right, how to perform.
Yes.
Can I proceed now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Should I stop the screen?
Yes. Fine. So shall I proceed, friends? I
Yes,
hope
ma'am.
everyone has got the understanding. Now I will find, I think I have missed one thing, that is about the missing value, and then we will come to the user defined function. So I need to share my screen first. I shared my screen. I hope it is visible to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, as you can see, I'll come to the vector first. Vector we have created, yes, this vector, right? Then I think in data frame you people can perform. I talk about the vector. Here you can see if I want to access, or if I want to see whether the vector is having any missing value or not. Suppose you are having a large data set available. In the few first line, you're not able to find any of the missing value, but still it is very cumbersome for us to check each and every column or each and every cells, right? So in that case, you can use is.any function. Inside that, you need to pass the name of your vector or data frame, whatever it is. You can write like this, and you can press Control Enter. So it is giving you the array, or I can say the vector of false and true value. So that way you can see I'm asking is.any, that is there any missing value available in Y? So it is giving me false, means at first position no missing value, second no missing value, at third position there is a missing value, and at the last position there is a missing value, right? Is it clear?
Yes.
Similarly, if you want to get the index position of the missing value, so you can use which function, inside which function you need to write is.any, and then you need to pass the name of the vector. So at which position that missing value is available in Y, if I want to check that, right? So I can press Control Enter, and you can see it is giving me at third position and at ninth position there are missing values available in my vector Y. Clear?
Yes.
Now, if you sorry,
Yes, ma'am.
fine. So now, if you want to impute your missing values, can anyone tell me? Impute means if you want to replace your missing values with some number, how we can do that in R?
Can we use manipulation, ma'am?
Yes, yes, very correct. Can you tell me, ma'am, how?
It will come out Y in square bracket, the place where N is, and we'll replace some number.
Okay, like this. Like this. Ma'am, like this.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes. And then further, what I need to do after
I
this?
need to assign the value, whatever I want to give.
Means I need to assign something, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what should I need to assign here? Anyone?
Anything.
Okay.
PH.
Okay, I can do one thing. I can assign the mean value, right? Fine.
Mean is a calculated value now, ma'am. Here we are replacing the value in concerned vector.
Vector. Yes. So
No, at the third position.
at the third position of vector, there it is
Are
NA, we want to give
imputing
some
the
value.
mean value. Is it clear?
Okay, you are saying whatever is the mean value that I want to replace with the place where it is like NA.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Okay.
No, I think Nagmani ma'am was not convinced. Ma'am, it is okay?
Ma'am, actually, you are replacing the value in the mean or in the vector?
Ma'am, you need to see the assignment. Assignment is at this side. We are assigning this to this. We are assigning right side value to the left side value.
Okay.
Ma'am, you are using one of the method of missing value replacement.
Yes, imputation.
That's what I understood, ma'am, missing value. But in vector only, we have missing values. When you replace there, so mean will be calculated. So directly you are giving in mean itself.
That also you can do, but if you have not calculated mean, this is also possible to give. So that is because I was searching here, but it will take me up. I need to go little up to find it. So that's why I did that.
I got it.
So from that, if you have calculated already, you can write that value also.
Okay, ma'am, I got it.
Right? You can see it is executed. Now, once you are calling your Y, you can see. Right?
Yes, yes. It has been done.
Yeah. Now, if suppose you want to replace two missing values simultaneously, or more than two missing values you want to replace. As you can see in this, there were, I think, total two missing values were there, right? So if you want to replace both of them simultaneously, can anyone tell me how you can do that?
Y square brackets 3, 9th position, right?
Okay. Y in brackets 3,
3,
9.
Ah.
And Nagmani ma'am, it is fine if I am using this. No
Yes,
problem with this,
yes,
right?
yes, yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay, so let me execute this. We need to check whether it is working or not. No, it is not working.
Correct numbers.
It is incorrect. Anyone else will try?
We can use separately, madam.
Separately, but sir, if I want to do simultaneously, I can use C function, nothing else,
Okay.
right? Then you can see this figure and this figure. Both the figures are here, right? These two. Clear? Third position and ninth position element are same. These are the mean values. I hope everyone has got this. May I proceed now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Fine. Now we will talk about user-defined functions. Usually, being an analyst, you do not need to take the help of this. These are for the developers, those who are developing the software. They are using various kind of loop. If loop they are using, while loop they are using, some types of loops they are using to create or to make their codings, or to make the coding for any particular thing, right? So that way those persons are using these loops, and they are defining their own functions, right? But as I said, because it is already mentioned in our agenda, so I will not going into the much deep, because we are not the developer, software developer, and we are only the analysts, statisticians, researchers. So we need to only understand what is or in which way usually people are creating these functions. So we will see only superficially few of the user-defined functions. So firstly, user-defined functions means from the name itself, it is clear that user-defined function. We are defining our own function for our own working. So might be possible some of the things which you are performing in your day-to-day life which are not available in R, and that way if you want to create your own function, that you can create, and it is known as user-defined function in R, right? So generally loops we are using to create such type of functions. If loop can be used, while loop can be used, such type of loops we can use there, right? So here I'll talk about a very simple thing. The keyword is the function. Generally, the function is a keyword which we are using to create a what I can say user-defined function in R, right? Now, suppose I want to create a function for getting the cube of a number, right? Is it fine? May I start explaining?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So I am deliberately giving the name as the cube. So from name itself, it will be quite clear that this function will work as a cube of a number, right? So in that, I am writing the function and I am passing a number. So for means its meaning is this: for the n, I want to create the cube, right? Generally, this is the third type of bracket which I am using here, which is known as the curly bracket. So whenever you are talking about if loop or the while loop or any other kind of loop, generally you need to use the curly bracket. So now till date we have seen all the three types of brackets: the round bracket, the square bracket, and the curly bracket. Round bracket, you all know, we are using for the purpose of a function, right? Square bracket we are using for subsetting or indexing or accessing the position of any element from the data structure. And curly bracket generally we are using because curly bracket will help you out to rotate your statements, right? Or quotes, whatever you have written in between them. So these are generally used by the persons who are developing their own codes, right? So this is the working of the curly brackets. It is fine. May I proceed?
Okay.
Yeah. So suppose I have written here I equals to n into n into n. I think it is quite simple, and then you can print I, right? A very small function. Cube means you need to multiply n 3 times or the number 3 times to get the cube, right?
Okay, ma'am.
Now you need to call your function by the name and you need to pass the number. So suppose I want to get the cube of 6. It is returning me 216, right?
Okay.
Similarly, for any other big number, if you want to get the cube, suppose I want to get the cube of 43. It is giving me cube of 43. Likewise, you can perform. I hope it is first function is clear to everyone.
Right, ma'am.
Yeah. Anyone will tell me how to, now I think you have seen, I am giving you one task. You need to create a function for square root of a number.
Ma'am, is there any function SQRT?
It is available, but suppose I am writing suppose of two numbers simultaneously. So there is no function for getting the square root of two numbers simultaneously. Can we make a
Right.
function?
Yes, ma'am, we can make.
Okay,
We
fine.
can use two SQRT in the function is there, and we can store in the
Sir,
two
you need to
variables.
perform and you need to give your coding there in a chat box.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
waiting for that.
okay.
Yes. So everyone needs to perform this. After this, whoever has performed this, those who are not getting for two, they can try for a single number also, right? For single number also, they can get the square root. Then you need to create a function for checking whether a number is palindrome. Okay, I'm copying those tasks and putting them into the chat for you, right? Swati Patil ma'am, okay. Swati Patil ma'am has given the answers. Okay, very correct. Okay, Swati ma'am, I think you understand. You can understand this for roll number. There is no meaning of getting the mean value, right? So I suggest you need to please check this thing. Two problems I have shared in the chat. So create a function for checking whether a number is palindrome will be your homework. So you do not need to perform that you can perform afterwards. You need to only perform the first one, that is create a function for the square root of two numbers. Fine, friends?
Okay, ma'am.
I have performed. Once you are done, tell me, or else I'll share my screen. So do I need to share my screen? Are you people trying? Any informations? Okay, I'll show you my screen. I think that will save our time. Give me a second. I hope you can see my screen. Line number 392. Is it visible to everyone what I did? Inside the function, I have passed two parameters as I want to get the mean or square root of the two numbers, right? And then you can see what I did. I have written the first parameter, that is n, and n square root. Square root, for getting the square root, you need to put this symbol, and then you can write 0.5, that is 1 by 2. So n power 1 by 2 or n square root, it is known as that it will store this value in the I, and then I am asking to print I. Similarly, for the second parameter, you can do that, and that way you will call your function by passing the two numbers, and you can see the result. I hope it is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So I'll proceed further. Now we will talk about, there is a function called bar plot, right? So inside this, I am writing the vector to create a bar plot. I hope you can see in the fourth window your graph will be displayed. Right?
Okay, madam.
Suppose after this I am writing main. Main is used to give the title usually. I need to check. I forgot. After a long time I'm using this function. So suppose marks of students. Yeah, it's working. It is giving the title, right? Fine. Then you can use call function, sorry, parameter, and then you can give the name. I hope everyone can see what I did.
Bar plot of
Right? Right?
Okay, madam. Right, madam.
Similarly, if you want to give some other colors, generally numbers are also used in R. Every one particular number is dedicated to one particular color, right? I think I need to, because there is a range of numbers, so I don't remember that. You can see one is for black, two is for pink, three is for this type of green, and likewise you can see, right? Fine. Or if you want to give the color of your own name, you can, in the C vector, you can make as a character vector. You can write red, black, yellow, whatever color you want, that you can write also. You can type the name also. Fine. So this is one more user-defined function, inbuilt function in R. I think I haven't discussed any of the graph functions, so that is why I used here. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Further, we will talk about packages in R, right? So I am writing packages. As I said, packages is nothing. These are the group of functions of same kind, right? So, like I said, there are various functions, ggplot2, which is used for the graphical representation. There is a function called dplyr, which is used for the data manipulation function purpose. So likewise, there are so many different. There is also the, I think, car package is also available. So there are various packages available in the R according to your need, because I think being a human, it is not possible for us to keep everything in our mind. So that is why I think nowadays this is the AI days. So you can go on AI chat GPT, you can use, or you can use the Google, and that way it will show you the range of the function. According to your need, you can use them. But mostly used functions are packages are generally the ggplot2, dplyr, and one, two more are there. Once we will start with the statistics is also, I think, one package available in R. So once we will start with the inferential statistics, I'll let you know some more packages, right? So it is okay till here, it is fine. Now may I tell you how you can install packages in the R environment, right? So there are various ways of installing packages in R. You need to see that how you can do that. First way is you can go to, I think, tools, and that, yeah, in the tools you can find the very first option is available, install packages. You can click on this. So in few seconds a box is coming, you can find it, right? Now it is asking you to write the name. Suppose you are writing GG. So all the packages which is starting from the GG, it will show you. If you are writing D, it will show you all the packages which are starting from the D. So I have written DP. So it is showing me, you can find dplyr is here. So likewise, according to your need, you can type the name, you can select the function from the this prompt, and then you can click on the install button. Usually for many of the packages, the internet is required to install that, right? So you need to be careful if you are installing any packages in your device. So you need to check your internet connection. Otherwise, it will give you error, and it might be possible you are not able to find it properly. That what is the error, why this error is coming. So that way you need to check the internet connection, that it should be properly working, right? So this is the first way of installing the package in the R environment. Second way is the fourth window, which we have not used much till date, right? So you can find in the fourth window, we are getting the graph here, right? So in this, you can find files, plots, and third one is packages. You can click on that. Now it is also showing you the many of the packages which are available, almost all. You can see car is available here, which I said, right? So you can see here, these are the multiple packages available in this particular. You can see in my window, you can find the ggplot2. There is a checkbox is there. So that means it is already installed in my environment because I have used it, right? So according to your need, you can check that box and you can install them, right? So this way you can install. This is the second way of installing the package in the R environment. Third, we will see is the function, that is install.packages. Here you need to pass the name of your, I don't know what happened, just a minute. Yeah, you need to pass the name of your Just a minute, it's creating some problem. Please bear with me. I don't know what problem I'm getting. It's not working. Yeah, it's working now. Just a minute, I'm again sharing. Yeah. So I shared my screen. Give me the confirmation once you are able to see my screen. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now, the syntax is you need to use the function inside that. In the double quotation or in the single quotation, you need to write the name of your package. So you can write the name of the package. Suppose I have written here ggplot. So it is already installed in my environment. So that's why I'm not repeating it. You people need to press Control Enter or you need to run it. So it will take few seconds and you would be able to see it will all the supporting files of this particular package will be installed in your environment, our environment in few seconds. So I hope people have run this, right? I'm waiting for your answer. Once you are finishing with the process, you need to please confirm me so that I can proceed.
Yes, ma'am, it is installed.
Done. If it is installed, now further what you need to do, you need to use library function and then you need to pass the name of your function. Done. And then you need to again run this. I'm not running. I have already performed this process previously. But you need to remember this thing. Install.packages, line number 404, which I'm talking about here. This line, you do not need to repeat again and again. Once you have installed any package in your environment or in your R, it will be there. But if you want to use in your present R script, you need to run this line, number 405. That is ggplot, that is library function, right? So suppose today you have performed your task and you have saved everything and closed this. Next day you are opening it again, so you need to run this line number 405 again, and that way you can use the ggplot. Fine.
Okay.
Now, usually I will give you one example of ggplot2, although this is a very vast function in the R, and that way in this particular function there are layers. There are 7 layers available in this particular function, but we will only see few of the layers of this particular function according to our rules, right? So firstly, I need to tell you there is a package. There is a data set that is empty cars. This is the inbuilt package in the R environment, right? You can find it and you can press Control Enter. So what I'm doing, I'm using the head because it is a very large data set, right? So I'm just only using the head function and pressing Control Enter. You can see it is showing me first 6 line of all the variables I'm having. Or you can do one more thing. You can use a view function. View empty cars. So once you will do this, it will be shown, your data will be shown into the new window, right? You can see the complete data set here. Fine. You can close this. It will mean one more tab will be added to your.
Madam, view function is V is capital one?
V is capital, yes. V is in caps.
Yes, ma'am. Now it's working, ma'am.
Yeah, fine. Thank you, sir. So now you have seen what I have done here. I have shown you both the functions here. Now, if I want to plot a graph for my variables available, as you can see, there are various variables available: MPG, cylinder, displacement, horsepower, depth, weight, QSEC, VS, AM, that is automatic and manual, gear, etc. These are the various functions available in this particular data set. So now I want to suppose plot a graph between the weight and the MPG, right? So now how you can do that using the ggplot tool. One more thing I'll tell you, you can put a question mark, write the name of your data set, press Control Enter. You can see its complete detail in the fourth window. So MPG is miles per gallon, CYL is the number of cylinders. Likewise, you can read that in a spare time. Whenever you are having the extra time, you can read that, right? So now for now, I'm using directly the ggplot2 function, right? ggplot2 is a package, ggplot is a function, right? It is clear, friends?
Okay, ma'am.
So here I'm using ggplot. Inside that, the first layer is the data layer, right? You need to press Control Enter. Just a minute. I need to define the name of my data. I forgot, sorry. I need to give the name. Data is suppose empty cars. You can see, means the first layer is doing what? It is giving you a surface for creating the graph. It is fine. Then we are using the next layer, that is aesthetic layer. And suppose here I am giving MPG and weight is WT. You can see after writing this, it is showing you the axis, right? Now, third layer is the important layer, which will help you out to decide what type of graph you need to make. So I want to make a scatter plot. So I am using geom_point. And here, suppose, without this, firstly, we will go ahead. We'll do this. You can see it is helping you out. I think your fourth window will help you out to see the graph. It is showing the relationship between the MPG and WT, because generally we are using the geom layer for understanding. Point means a scatter plot we are using to understanding the relationship between the variables. It is clear. Now, if you want to color them, you can do COLOR. You can write a color. Already it is black. So suppose I am writing here green. You can see, right? Fine. Is it fine, friends? It is clear?
Okay, madam.
So these are the three main layers which you need to necessarily use to create a graph in the R of the ggplot, right? So this way you can install your package, you can bring them in the global environment using the library. Then you can use the function of your requirement according package of your requirement according to your need, and from that package you can take any of the function, right, for your use purpose. So this is the one thing I need to check. I'm having, if any exercises I'll share. Otherwise, this is all from my side for that day. Now the questions and answers can be, asked if you are having any queries.
Ma'am, this was the graph you have created. It was for the inbuilt data set, right? So what if we want to have our own data set and we want to plot a graph for that? How to do
Then
that?
in upcoming days we will do. We will not go for the data visualization. I'll only tell you how to bring the data set in the R environment if you're having any data set, right? But I think I told you how to use ggplot, and you can explore more because I think data visualization I'm not going into that. I'm mainly here for the data analysis. So we will discuss that. But I'll tell you how to bring your own data in the R environment.
That is
We will discuss. I think from the day 6 we are going to discuss that. Tomorrow I'm going to discuss about the distribution of that data and etc.
Okay.
Ma'am, can we? There is any other function geom point that we using the
There are
the-
many functions. Sir, once you are writing GEOM and press writing typing the underscore sign, it will show you the range.
okay.
Yes. Anything else? No queries? Fine. So okay, I'm putting that I'm doing. Uh, so I suggest to all of you, you can create your own exercises. Means till that we have created a vector. I told you to create a data frame, and then using that any of the vector you can create, any of the data frame you can create, and try to perform all the functions which we have discussed till date. That way, I think you will be able to recall and revise the things. Right?
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am, if we have a big data set, can we import it or do we have to type it as you have shown it?
Why we will import? Why we will type, ma'am? I said, no, we will import it. Why
Oh,
will
I'll
we?
use
There is no
Okay,
point of
so-
typing.
from Excel. I can put it by that into this.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Ma'am,
Anything else?
ma'am, I like to ask a question. Out of your experience, like which platform you feel very easy for data analysis, ma'am? Is it like Excel or some other packages like SPSS or this kind of ORs?
Ma'am, it is totally depending upon the users in what way they are comfortable. It is not like this or that. If you are comfortable with R, you can use R. Python, you can use Python. If you are comfortable in SPSS, you can do that. But there are certain limitations usually, but R and Python are removing those limitations because these are having the packages. So you need to only get the understanding that which package you need to use. So that I think I told you, you can go on Google and you can search. Google will give you every answers, and then you can find that package in R and you can use that. So that way, these two functions you can use where you can get everything available in the both the languages, R and Python. But if I talk about Excel, if I talk about SPSS, so there are having certain limitations in them.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. I think I have pasted everything. One line I forgot to copy and paste. Just a minute, I'm doing that. Yes, I think I have pasted all the quotes till my last line, what I have done. Fine, friends? Any other questions? No questions? So I'm keeping it till this particular point. So thank you everyone for sparing your time and listening to me and performing along with me. Thank you. Tomorrow will be the day 5. Half of the FDP will be completed tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to discuss about the distribution and we'll see how we can perform normal, binomial, causal distribution using R. Right? I hope
Okay,
it is
ma'am.
okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Unable to listen anyone. I think I'm not getting any voices. I hope you are okay with it. So thank you all once again. Over to you, Yogra sir. I hope you are there. Yogra sir, are you there? Okay, sir, we are done with the session today. For the day, we can wind up the session, right? Sorry. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So I think it is all. Good night, everyone.